League of Hashinshin.
What is League of Hashinshin? There's another YouTube channel that just posts my shit. Gonna see the latest changes. It just seems to, once again, be another one of these situations where they're like, this champion's hard to balance because their ultimate is an auto kill. What should we do to balance them? I know. We'll nerf them, and then they get an auto kill on their ult, but their ult is too high of a cooldown. And then a couple years later, they go, let's reduce their ult cooldown. And it's like, oh boy. We're gonna get into a Lee Sin situation again, aren't we? So Darius can jungle. I mean, honestly though, this is a big thing. Between this and this is a big buff for laning Darius. I'm not 100%, because like this is a big buff for lane Darius at all. Like, imagine you're fighting Darius and he can Q a large monster and get the heal on that, you know? Diana's passive is going to hit monsters. I'm not sure why they're buffing Diana at all. Darius too, I'm not, because that's just a flat buff to Darius. I think Diana less so, just because like, okay, Diana can farm jungle monsters more. That's a buff, obviously, but it's not like a huge buff. But Darius, that buffs lane Darius, no matter how you try to argue it. No matter what you say, no matter how you try to argue it, that's still a buff. Being able to heal off Dragon, being able to heal off Baron, being able to heal off any jungle, that's a big deal. Real quick, I'll try to go through the other stuff. Garen, his E now does bonus damage to monsters. Overall, I feel like for Darius, if they want him to jungle, they should consider... I just feel like I don't even know, man. Yeah, even small things like healing off Rift Scuttle, you know? Bully your lane opponent early on, go to the Rift Scuttle, Q it. Even if you're only... Let's say you're at half HP, that's still a 7.5 heal, you know? It's not like a minor little detail. Talon jungle, I'm pretty worried about.
Since jungle has way more priority during drafting, how anyone gonna be like, alright they countered our Darius top lane, let's send him to jungle.
Yeah, I think that's the intent, is to... I don't think they really intend these champions to be picked in the jungle, honestly. I don't think they actually think people are going to be like, yeah, Darius jungle, yeah, Garen jungle. I think it's more so they're trying to get these champions in a position where competitively, if you pick Darius, and they're like, you know, haha, our Maokai was actually a flex pick, we're going to put him in support. You go, ha 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 ha, our Darius was actually a flex pick, we're putting him in the jungle. And they're like, damn you, Yugi. I don't know, something like that. My problem, though, is Darius is already a counter pick, you know? Darius is already a counter pick, so if they decide, oh, we're going to play Sion top, and you go, haha, we'll go Darius top, and then you go, never mind, we're doing Sion mid, and, I don't know, Malzahar top, then you go, oh, well, then we'll put Darius in the jungle. And then it makes picking champions like Sion way more difficult. And I don't know if that's their intent. Again, I don't know if that's their intent, is to put these champions into an actual viable position. But yeah. They're reverting the set buff. Apparently they're not. Low rankers just apparently can't deal with set. Unfortunate. Not really surprised, to be honest with you. When I saw his win rate at the low rank was still good, I was like, oh, he's Garen. Oh well. Darius is so broken right now. I mean, he's not, but, you know, we can... I guess we can pretend he is, yeah. Do I go back now? Or do I wait for Ninja Tabby? I went with the attack speed instead of the double damage rune, so I'm a little bit worried about not having damage here. I do have TP advantage, though. Oh, I'm dead. Ah! Oh, I thought he was gonna flash and I eat away. Imagine balancing a competitive game of low-ranking players. I understand if champions are overperforming way too hard at the lower ranks that you just have to be like, you know, look, you're doing good enough. We can't afford to trash our, you know, majority player base. And Set is doing good enough, I think, at the higher ranks. Yeah, that's what I was worried about, not having any damage. I'm also kind of annoyed because I had to use my teleport back to lane. I should have backed earlier. When I missed that EQ against Darius, so I was dead. Oh shoot, I didn't even see what buff they were doing for Gnar. Oh god, I hope it's not an actual buff. I think while Darius serves a purpose in the game for keeping down champions like Rengar top, I don't think Gnar serves a purpose at all. What's his purpose? Keeping melee from being viable, or... Sorry, I'm out of the loop. What's about people talking about Darius jungle? Riot is buffing Darius for jungle. That's basically it. I'm kind of in a shitty position here because I can't use my teleport to go help my lane, and I can't, like, I have to hold my lane at this point. So I'm kind of in a shitty position where I'm at the mercy of my team. Thought Aatrox wins this matchup. No. Aatrox got nerfed really badly. And then the Conqueror changes hard buff Darius. So, yeah, that's gonna be a no from me, buddy.
Love y'all hash, but man, I can't stand playing top lane despite that being my main role. How can you handle it so well?
Hold on. How can I handle it? I don't know. I just have always done it. I just don't even get annoyed anymore. Like, I get annoyed, but it's not, like, annoyance, if that makes any sense. It's like, if I'd gone back in there and I had used my passive, he could have done auto ult. That would have been 5 bleeds, and he would have only gotten the 4 bleed ult, but it would have put me at 5 bleeds, at which point he just does another auto attack, 5 bleed auto attack, I'm dead. He also could have just stood next to me and autoed twice into a 5 bleed ult. I wouldn't have been able to stop that one either. I don't think they can buff Aatrox until they get top lane into a spot where more than Aatrox can be played competitively. And I think they're trying to do that by allowing champions like Darius to be safer, because it's not like Darius scales poorly, you know? A lot of people will talk about Darius as if he's this poor scaling champion who need to, like, outscale, but it's not, in my opinion, he doesn't really scale poorly. By 2 items, I think he's fallen off a little bit at, like, the whole Trinity Sterak's area. At 3 items, he gets, you know, decent again. At 4 items, I think that's when he starts coming back into the game. You know, when his passive starts doing incredibly high scaling, and he's now tanky. Now, against the right team, he will stay falling off for sure. Like, he's not gonna, like, come back into the game against a Vayne, against anyone decent, at any rate. RTO's talking about that, like, oh, they're buffing Renekton counters. Oh, Renekton. Personal opinion. I'm not entirely sure what is a Renekton counter, supposedly, that they're buffing. What counter is Renekton? I mean, that's my question. What are these supposed Renekton counters that are being buffed, you know? Nocturne is everywhere. Whoa, guys. Just because Nocturne is the same level as the solo lanes while chain ganking the entire game and winning the entire game off jungle difference doesn't mean that jungle's overpowered. Everyone just needed to avoid every Nocturne gank while he also scaled equally to everyone. Wait, that's complete nonsense. Ezreal will be like, haha, or say not Ezreal. Echo will be like, haha, you fool. By trying to hide under the turret, you've fallen right into my play. the turret is meaningless against my power of literally just running you down. Or not. By the way, have you noticed how my W actually fucked up Echo's ability and kept me alive? That was kind of funny.